we're going to define 0. So we're going to define numbers as sets. We start with defining 0 to be the empty set.
When you look across all religions and say, what do all the religions say about nothing? Well, a whole lot of them say nothing about nothing because it's a non-concept for them.
If we're asking if particles can come out of nothing, the answer from a physicist's perspective is in fact yes. If we're asking if space can come out of nothing, to a physicist the answer is pretty clear that if it's not completely yes, it's pretty close on the way to being yes.
And I think that this is one of the really important properties of the health resort stay, that you are not just going to a doctor and sitting in a room and talking to a doctor face-to-face, or if you have psychological issues, sitting in a room talking to a psychoanalyst, but you're actually involved in a community and you get to know the other people that are there with you. And so that's what we're going to do next.
It would have been difficult to predict several years ago that as a culture we would choose the value of music's portability over its quality.
So we might want to think about how monsters in horror are something that is both familiar and unfamiliar, which is where horror lies. So in this presentation, I'm going to explore how bodily horror forces us to confront and deal with our monstrous bodies.
I could have done it with my mind. Tools were beneath me. They were things that any creature could use. And at the end of my 13th year, I was no longer bound by human laws. I could have done it from far away while he was sleeping, in a split second. But I wanted him to see it coming.
I thought a lot about what my passion is the last few years, and I guess my passion comes from anger about the dead not being heard. And I've been given a lot of opportunity to help them speak with my own voice.
He had thought she would die easily. She had not died at all. He had thought she could not see him, but even with one eye, she picked him out of a lineup, identified him in the courtroom, that long finger, pointing, accusing, dismissing, all in one gesture.
1, 2, 3, we're on a boat with the boys. We're singing shanties with the boys. We're tossing jacklines with the boys. And we're wearing our socks around the bird so that we don't make noise. We're in the mess hall with the boys. It's getting messy with the boys. We're playing dress up with the boys. And we keep playing with each other because we don't have toys.
Okay, folks, remember this melody. We're going to need you to sing it as we dance, okay? It's easy. You'll pick it up. Vaudevillians. La da 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 da. La da da. La da 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 da. Ra da da. La da 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 da. Ra da da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Ra da da. La da 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 da. Ra da da. La da 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 da. Ra da da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Ra da da. La da 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 da.
The key to advanced care planning is it has to be contextual. As I said, I see patients daily in the hospital who are very sick, who've not yet begun to talk about how their goals and values would instruct what level of care plans they would choose and under which circumstances. And to me, that's too late.
The people who need to plan most are often the ones who are least likely to do it because they often have the greatest obstacles in their life, whether it's financial or interpersonal or being really socially isolated in the room.
The only way to somehow move towards that goal would be, indeed, to live every moment of your life as if it could be your last one. That's a practice, an old Buddhist practice, and it's very common in Zen.
Nothing to give you, baby, but my love, and I gave that to you, did I not? Huh? Oh, Jolene, you're the sweetest thing that I've ever seen, baby.
Studies in rat catching for the use of schools. Chapter 1. It takes some pulling, but it comes steadily along, wiping all before it. Faster and faster they bolt and are killed. I get excited and join the sport. It's over in a few minutes, when 24 are cast up on the bank. Well done. Well done. Good. Woo-hoop. Woo-hoop. Good. That's the way, my boys. Woo-hoop. Woo-hoop.
Every teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to eat and wonderful games to play. Beneath the trees where nobody sees, they'll hide and seek as long as they please. That's the way the teddy bears have their picnic. Picnic time for teddy bears. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Watch them, catch them unawares, and see them picnic on their holiday. See them gaily.
I hope you enjoyed the screening of the 1932 film adaptation of H.G. Wells' Island of Dr. Moreau, and that you enjoyed the interactive hybrid petting zoo we had. We've been striving this year to provide you whenever possible with an immersive interactive experience, since we all are, in some sense, hybrid post-humans. And so we wanted to create this zoological space for you tonight.
By naming those who belong, we also implicitly or explicitly name those who do not belong. The term species institutes similar boundaries, as it is a pact between humans and excludes the non-human. The species thus provides a home or a house. The island of Dr. Moreau questions this, home or house. The very idea that animals could become humans, that humans can become animals, or that the animal is somewhere in us, that the boundaries stop making sense, that is a very horrifying thing to think.
Consequently, the oppositions, even if the hierarchies are reversed, continue to be instituted between human and machine, organic technology, nature culture, human and non-human, and so on, precisely because the human, in whatever form, continue to dominate and maintain something essential of itself.
The incommensurability of cats and dogs provides a rhetorical frame for E.W. Griffith's Birth of a Nation, a revisionist history of the American Civil War from 1861 to 65 and its aftermath. Early in the film, Griffith visualizes the expression like cats and dogs to underscore the absolute divide of race. The differing views of race and race relations between the North and South take on, in Griffith's paranoid history, an evolutionary dimension. The Cameron family patriarch reading news of the coming war with his son while petting the kitten in his lap. At the feet are two puppies, which the kitten sees.
The way to keep a publisher happy down the line is to read everything we send you, follow the directions, call us and ask questions when you're confused, stay in touch. It's sort of a things we learned in kindergarten sort of thing. But before you can do that, you need to get into the door. So I will actually spend a good deal of time talking about how to do that, how to capture our attention.
When I die, lay me down. Some up north town where they speak that Spanish, and the women they all fight in the cold.